The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.
Like,
So the people
I feel
upstairs,
like
you're
the
saying,
upstairs neighbors are the ones who reported her, and so she was like, I'll be back. So I
So
was
you
like,
didn't
okay.
open the door.
No, I
So
never
that's like
opened the
that
door.
Lavelle, remember when you said my mama told me not to open the door? Yeah.
Yeah, so I never opened the door, and then next thing you know, it was a big old bang at the door. Boo-doo-doo-doo. She had the fire department.
Oh,
She had
that same
woman.
Wow.
She literally came back, and it was probably within 10 minutes.
Dang.
And she had the
Well,
fire
not dang
department.
in a bad way, but
Yeah,
actually in a
she
good
had
way.
everyone
Yeah.
there. So, but as a little kid, you're
course.
trying to protect your sister. So I shut up all the lights. I believe I put my sister in the closet and I hid under the, how in the living room got the tables and stuff. So I hid up under one of the little coffee tables and was hiding and stuff. And they kicked down the door. And there's flashlights everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me.
That's crazy.
So they brought us out and. Then upstairs,
and I'm
came
sure they
down.
were shocked when they saw your leg.
Yeah,
to boot.
they seen my legs, and they start to try to peel the little tissue, but that was very painful. So left it alone. But the reason I feel like the upstairs neighbors were the one who called because they came down and started talking to the paramedics and the officers and stuff. And I even believe that he rode in the ambulance with me to the hospital. So that's why. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like it was him who called. But when we got, I remember this to this day. When we got there, they were give me shots in my leg for the stitches.
Okay.
And we were back then, like the hospitals were so crowded and stuff, so they had like a lot of little waiting rooms where they could work on you right there in the waiting room. So she opened up the curtain, looked down on me, was like, "Does it hurt?" And I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Good."
Oh, this is what your
biological mom.
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, okay." Then she was very upset, wished that they just take me away and not the rest of the kids, and that ended up happening. She was supposed to take me to get my stitches taken out. That didn't happen. So I guess by the time they came back and checked, it's probably been like a month or two. I'm just walking around with a cast on my leg still and can't really shower properly, not going to school. So they came, and Lorraine Turner was my social worker's name. I remember her name to this day. Hey, Lorraine, if you're watching. But Lorraine Turner, she was like, well, I'm going to take her go get some ice cream. And so for ice cream, never took me back.
Wow.
And so I kept saying, well, I want my mom. And she's like, we just left her. Like, wait a minute. I'm like, no, I want my mom. And can you please call my mom? So she took down the number I gave her. And I think Lorraine was trying to do a good thing and not put me in the system. So she had a friend who did foster care. And she put me there with her friend, Miss Barbara, which was another mommy dearest. Like,
what is up with these foster care parents? What's wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I have this big old heart that I do when it comes to kids that's in the system. Like, my plan is to adopt a child one day, because people just don't understand when you haven't grown up with your parents. And when you're in the system, people tend to judge us and how we act and how we move and the things that we do and us being so emotional or being angry or whatever. But being with the foster parent, that's when I start stealing.
And it starts to breed
certain things. It
starts to foster certain things.
Negative things. So I started stealing at the age of I'm not sure if I got the timeline just right, but I'm trying to keep them together. Maybe because when I got with my mom, I was in second grade.
Okay.
So
what's second grade? About 7 years old.
Yeah. So in between that, so I clearly had been a little bit younger then, because when I got my biological, my foster mother, I would say that my biological mom kept us up. Although she kept us up. So I was this little pretty girl with chunky dimples and big old pigtails and stuff, and she cut that mug off and slapped the perm on top of my scalp.
Wow.
And needless to say, that was burning.
Yeah,
it wasn't
of course,
a good sensation. And, put little nail polish stuff on her doorknobs. It was like, if you touch anything in my house, I would know something's going to show up on your finger and I'm going to whoop you. I was like, okay. So I started going to the corner stores and stealing. Like, I'll go there and open up my book bag and throw drinks in my bag and Swiss Whirls. I had to thank for Swiss Whirls. I survived all Swiss Whirls. And it went on for, I want to say, at least a year.
Wow.
And, even when she moved, she had me in this room where, like the doors, kind of like the folding doors.
The bifold doors.
Yeah, the bifold doors and stuff. So I would peek through the little doors just to watch TV. And then one day, the doors were open. Pancakes, a nice little dress. I was like, okay, I'm about to die. Like, literally, like.
Am I awake?
I'm like, is the door
open?
Set up. I'm laughing, but it's really.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
because people really are going through this stuff right now.
Facts.
And to this day, a lot of my family members don't even know half the stuff that I've been through. So, but she was like, Lorraine is coming to see you and tell her that you're happy with mommy and you want to stay and stuff.
You, yeah.
And I was like, okay.
And mommy is the foster mom.
Yeah, she was saying that was her first time even using that name. It was Barbara, So, and Lorraine's, it's terrific with this ice cream stuff. When you go get some ice cream, Lorraine, you never go back where you came from. So,
you was like the first 48. Hey, listen. First of all, she closing the doors. You know what I'm
saying? Right, exactly. So Lorraine came and she's like, hey, I'm like, hi, hey.
It was probably at that moment she knew, like.
She was like, so I'm gonna go talk to her. I'm gonna take her out for ice cream, and I was like. Told her everything. Lorraine started to cry, because I guess she felt like this was a friend,
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because you did say it was
I believe it was one of her, because she was, I'm going to try to find your mom, but, social workers, as I get older, I think about, you might have had many cases to try to solve, so I'm thinking in my head, like, why am I still here? I done gave you a number. It's not that hard. Dial it, lady.
I say 2-4.
To this day, I remember my mom's number. To this day, and she doesn't even have that number anymore. We're here out here in Georgia.
Right, but
But I still remember this number. Wow. So Lorraine took me for ice cream, and I told her what happened. So then she took me to. That's my guest appearance.
Oh, we can take a pause for the call.
No, she'll be fine.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
You pause it. We can.
Yeah,
I said mom.
I think
that sounds like a siren. You might want to.
She's with her sitter. They be all right.
I know they have different cries.
Right.
Yeah,
I know the cry. Right.
Yeah, she's probably excited looking at something on Sesame Street.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you know the cry.
Yeah, she all right. She'll
hear that. Mom, it wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying?
You hear the hand clapping when she's upset. So
gotcha.
she ain't start to clapping her hands.
She did it right on cue, too.
I know, right?